Hello, Pitbox stream. Enjoy yours. Welcome to this Thursday stream on a week full with volatility and on market news. And you can see the title here. But before going into some charts, I want to ask you guys to please press the like button. Helps a lot with growing the channel. I know I have to insist on this because otherwise the YouTube algorithm is just not gonna promote my channel, and it helps me a lot and does wonders for the channel every time that you like it and share it. So appreciate you guys for the support. So before stepping in, I wanted to ask you that, guys, for that, and also letting you guys know that today is going to be a shorter stream because I'll be having dinner with my parents in about half an hour, so it's going to be a shorter stream than usual. But having that said, let's get into Bitcoin here. You can see the title of the stream. It's Will Bitcoin High Time Frame Support Hold? And this is the high time frame support I referred to. This P cycle top indicator, lower EMA. As you can see, once we got above it and back tested as support, we have just been regarding it as a support ever since October 16, and now we're getting really close to having a formal back test of the EMA again. And my bias is that it's going to hold because we are on a long-term uptrend and we've been within this two EMAs for a while now. So I don't see any reason for me to change my bias still, unless we lose it and regard it as resistance. Although you guys know that I might be flipping my bias, but yeah, for the time being, we're above it, so I'm cool with that. So Bitcoin, it's currently engulfing yesterday's candle. It still has an hour and 32 minutes more to go, so it could have a power hour pump, a last hour of the trading session pump. But for the time being, it's just engulfing, increasing negative momentum on the MACD histogram. And also what's interesting on the 12-hour is that you're sitting right at the 200 moving average here. You can lose it, deviate below it. We did it on May 1st and May 2nd, and also on this back test. But this hasn't been basically touched before that, from the bottom in January, and here when it was regarded as resistance, and then you had the spring that pushed us definitely into having significant price action above the 200 moving average. So on the 12-hour, you're just getting support and getting some buys from where the moving average is currently moving at. But yeah, this is not as high of a time frame as the P cycle top indicator, but it's just confluent to the zone where we are right now, which is around this two moving average. So I expect we're going to find support within these two EMAs. Otherwise, it's going to start to look a little bit more distributive and more corrective for Bitcoin on a long-term thesis, or on a long-term time frame. Because for the time being, you could just say that in the next week or so we could break upwards if we get the support from the P cycle top indicator, lower EMA. You already know where I get this thesis on. This is from the 2017 cycle. I'll revisit it once again because it's really important. So if you go to July of 2017, the exact same thing happened here. You had a sweep of the all-time highs, really close to the green EMA, to its resistance. Then you came back down to the orange EMA, found support, rallied again up to all-time highs, and failed breaking out on the first attempt. Had a small pullback, and then had that breakout with strength and run all the way up to the green EMA. So it's really similar to what we're seeing here, and you didn't lose the orange EMA on this case, on this narrative. So if we lose it on that regard, I will be basically folding and losing my hopes for some kind of this structure happening. I'm not saying the cycle is going to be over. That basically is just not going to happen in the short term, in my opinion. So that's why I'm putting so much emphasis on this setup here. So really interesting. On the counter side to that, you have a bearish harmonic here. I saw this one from Mitch Ray TA, so shout out to him. A bearish shark, and then a back test or a type 2 return here, plus confluent with a high time frame support, which is the all-time highs from the prior cycle. So if you want your bearish thesis, you basically have this, this support. If you invert it at 70K and this harmonic and this type 2 return to it, it's basically what you would want to see if you were trying to find a long setup. You would look for something like this. So it could go either way. At this point, I'm just leaning towards the current cycle being valid as a similar cycle to the 2017 one, and having that narrative play out to the April price action of 2017. Okay, so that's BTC. Bitcoin dominance, the 3 following peaks might still be valid. Volume is confluent because the volume has been descending. So that's confluent with the pattern. But you're failing to confirm yesterday's bearish engulfing candle. So you might need some more time with it, or it's just going to get invalidated. I think on the next couple daily candles, you're going to know if we're going to push higher than this high, or we're just going to roll over, and you're going to confirm this hidden bearish divergence and these 3 following picks pattern formation. The pattern gets confirmed when you have a daily candle close below the breakout line here, but at least you can confirm the potential pattern playing out. So losing positive momentum on the MACD histogram still. I'm guessing between tomorrow and Sunday, we'll know what's going to happen with Bitcoin dominance. So USDT dominance working on a bullish engulfing candle, highest daily candle close since May 19. Continues to print positive momentum on the MACD histogram. And yeah, not much to say. It's just the mirror opposite of Bitcoin somehow. It made a higher low here because of probably the weakness on altcoins, but you just need to maybe get us a confirmation top here below this one or the same height, and get a resistance from the 200 simple moving average here. Yeah, we get a 3-day candle close today. The first positive momentum on the 3-day candles on USDTD since May 21st. So I don't know. Just looking a little bit sketchy here, not gonna lie. Just pray for that support from the EMA holding. You're also breaking down from the 67,575 bucks, which is the kind of close from the the highest daily candle close from the former all-time high from the 2021 bull run. So not a great look, being honest with you, on BTC, but I still have my line in the sand, still not being invalidated. So I'm gonna remain positive, optimism. Just gonna be optimistic until we get that confirmation. Bearish engulfing today on Bitcoin against the SPX. After we had that third test to this descending channel top, been basically down only, printing another bar of negative momentum today, strong negative momentum. So yeah, not a great look against the SPX too. Might need some. Maybe we'll see if we get that mid-range retest against the SPX, but I think it comes down to the orange EMA or the P cycle top indicator holding or not, which we're really close right now. So I think we'll know in the very few next days, and the same with BTCD. We'll know really soon, within 2 or 3 days, if this could turn into a potential 3 falling peaks classic distribution pattern, or if it's just going to continue grinding higher. Let's go to Ethereum. So Ethereum working on a bearish engulfing candle. Lowest candle close since May 19th. So yikes. Not a great look on Ethereum. I'm going to get excited for a run up to 4,000 when we get above $3,582, which is this inflection point from the previous cycle, this complacency shoulder top. So yeah, continuing to print negative momentum on the MACD histogram. It just looks weak for the time being. You're gonna need Bitcoin to start doing things, otherwise just looks bad. Being real with you. Big recovery on the DXY today, failing to confirm that bearish engulfing candle from yesterday, and continue to print strong positive momentum. So yeah, it's just confluent with the weakness that you see on Bitcoin. It's just not confluent with the strength that you've seen on the indices. Like you had all-time highs on the Nasdaq today, highest daily candle close ever. Highest daily candle close ever for the SPX as well. That's what you got today. You didn't get price discovery today on the SPX, but you did get it on the Nasdaq. So where's Bitcoin at? Come on, crypto, do your thing. This is pathetic. Price actions basically since May 21st has been pathetic. Almost a full month just sideways, being stuck within a range for 100 plus days, not years, but it feels definitely like 100 years. So getting a little impatient here. Okay, let's go see some alts. I'm just gonna look at a few today. So you came back inside within this descending channel yesterday, had a bearish backtest to it. I mean, you came in the day before on Tuesday, had a bearish backtest yesterday, and just a continuation of the downtrend today with a bearish engulfing candle about to be confirmed in an hour and 20 minutes for Sol. Continuing to build negative momentum. Lowest daily candle close since May 14. So a full month basically of just nothing burger price action. Just you're at the same spot where you were 1 month ago. Just nothing. No buyers here, no bidding. No market participants, descending volume. Thing's dead. This thing's dead, and it's not gonna revive until effing Bitcoin pushes with strength against resistance and finally breaks out and start having fireworks. This thing's just gonna continue to bleed. Look at Solana against BTC. You had a daily candle close above. You had you recovered the 200 moving average for yesterday, straight down below it today. Bearish engulfing candle in the works, printing a stronger negative momentum. And remember, we haven't been below this effing moving average since September 28th. So this is bad. This is really bad for Sol BTC. Plus, this thing looks like a head and shoulders up here. Left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder. How obvious does it have to be for people to have an argument for dumping Sol BTC? And then even more concerning thing, it's on Sol ETH. Look at this thing. Week of distribution, the second schematic here, probably at a last point of supply, barely hanging to your life at the 200 moving average, and also bearish engulfing candle, plus a full contraction and squeeze on the Bollinger Bands. You know the next move it's gonna be violent. It's either gonna be a strong bounce, blasting out of this, Bollinger Band squeeze, or it's gonna be a death candle. It's gonna be a death candle. It's gonna take us way lower, probably to a sign of weakness, and maybe confirm this whole distribution and be a telling sign that this cycle for BTC, it's gonna need way more time before breaking new highs, because Sol ETH has been for the past 8 months plus 9 months a risk on index for this market, and now you see distribution potentially. You just need not to have a breakdown of the sign of weakness in order to not confirm the distribution, but it's pretty much looking like it's going to do it if you continue to have price action like this. And then you enter phase E, and that's the downmark phase. It's basically Sol giving back all of this market share that stole from ETH, giving it back, and it's going to have a lot of time. It's going to need a lot of time to recover from potential macro distribution. A setup that it's been building since basically November. Since this whole push here, this has been potentially distribution. So you pray for this not to break down, otherwise it's going to be terrible news. It's going to probably break down what Bitcoin does. And no one's talking about it. You had a potential here, a bullish divergence, printing positive momentum. The MACD histogram yesterday, today pretty much flat. Probably going to turn red again. Damn it. It's just frustrating. STX is doing great things. Huge bearish engulfing candle, down 12% on the day, having a daily candle close below the 200 moving average and completely invalidating this potential inverse head and shoulders here for the time being. Losing positive momentum. Just gonna need Bitcoin to step it up, man. Otherwise, it's gonna turn to a slaughter. Altcoins are going to get slaughtered if BTC doesn't put on its pants anytime soon. Bonk also doing great things. Daily candle close above the neckline of this former inverse head and shoulders pattern, falling 11 and 88% on the daily, bearish engulfing candle, continuing to print negative momentum, potentially invalidating this whole hidden bullish divergence scenario. Yikes. Injective, a little bit stronger, not retracing the whole move from yesterday. Yesterday's engulfing candle is still not invalidated, but still below the 200 moving average, and losing positive momentum on the MACD histogram. Not consecutively, but today at least you're not printing strong negative momentum. SUI working on your lowest daily candle close since May 14, man. Like, all of these altcoins are pretty much giving back a full month of trading. This is not a bull market. Not yet, at least. Not for altcoins. This can be a bull market. Look at this. SUI barely did an all-time high. You could even say it's an equal high, like a double top here. You had this whole basically cup on handle narrative here, this huge cup, this handle, pathetic performance. You failed to break out of it, dumped. SUI dumped. Let's see how much it gave down. 60% in 17 days. It's not a bull market. Pipit down 10% in a day, also was doing great things. Bearish engulfing candle, lowest daily candle close since May 20, building strong negative momentum, potentially starting to invalidate this hidden bullish divergence scenario, and rejecting this mid-range for the time being. Really bad, man. I'm not gonna even say a word about Ethena. Just really weak. So unless we get some bits soon, this is gonna end bad, man. I'm telling you right away. This looks really bad. Look at Render, pretty much giving the entirety of yesterday's candle back. Down almost 10% in a day. Building strong negative momentum again. So you need that. I don't know how much emphasis I have to put on needing Bitcoin to hold that P cycle top indicator EMA. It needs to hold. We need to hold at around now. Otherwise, Sol ETH is going to break down and it's going to carry the whole altcoin market with it. Ethereum is going to dump too. It's just not going to dump as hard. It's not going to give back as hard as Solana is going to do, probably. Jupiter working on your lowest daily candle close since, wow, man, since when? Since March 12. So 2-month lows on Jupiter on the candle close. Pathetic. With lowest daily candle close since April 13. Probably is going to come down to $2.23. There's some people shorting the S out of this coins. Also potentially invalidated. Not invalidating. It's just not creating the situation that we could be hoping for. But if you flip it upside down, this looks bad. Look at that. Broke out, back test, spring. Yeah. Looks cooked. Well, Bitcoin barely moves. Not even 2% on the day. Altcoin's getting wrecked. My God. Pepe against Ethereum. Potential inverse head and shoulders here. Yeah. Left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder. And if you want to measure the potential target for this, can't even do it. But it's probably around, I don't know. You'll need the 0.618 to hold, my opinion, which is here. You have some confluence here. So maybe you get a reaction out of Pepe ETH in here, but Ondo, bearish engulfing candle, yesterday's candle. Also looks like somewhat of a top here. Start continuing to print strong negative momentum. Looks better than most coins, but you just give it time. Especially after this, man. Look how much this coin pumped. Pumped 628% in 100 days. Yeah. This is a sad day for crypto, man, and I hope that the sadness ends pretty close, because this is WIF against Sol. You know, WIF is gonna get obliterated if you have that breakdown on Sol. If you were looking to short Sol ETH, I would short WIF against Solana. Honestly, that's what I would do. Or Bonk, or Book of Meme, or any Solana meme is just gonna eat it if you have that breakdown on Sol ETH. Most likely, most of the alts are going to eat it. So if you're just holding Bitcoin, for a long-term bag, you're probably gonna be fine. This is gonna resolve into whatever. So I'm gonna paint the potential scenarios I'm looking at. So you either bounce at around here. That would be the best scenario here. Turbo Moon. Bounce with the P-Cycle EMA. Monsoon. Get Bitcoin going. Second scenario. Have Bitcoin break down to 64. Have confluence with the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement. Maybe start doing some things and get that monsoon scenario. I'll delay things a little bit. Now to the downside, because I think if you lose 64K, it's gonna get more ugly. What if that happens? Maybe it takes a little bit more of time, but what if that's where? What if that happens? If Bitcoin, it will be at 56K, just barely a lower low than this low from 1st May. I'm sure everyone would lose their minds. Everyone would leave. We wouldn't have any celebrities, C-tier celebrities coming into Solana to create coins. And you wouldn't even have that 30% retrace from this run still. Okay, maybe there. I don't know. It's just pretty bad. So I just wanted to hop on online, let me know my thoughts, give you guys an update on the market. Most people don't talk on days like this, or if they're starting to see weakness, they just don't say anything. I'm just gonna run my mind on what I'm seeing and the potential hazards. I'll repeat it once again. I'm bullish. I'm fully deployed. I don't have any stables. I think this is going to hold. I'm hoping it's going to hold. And if it doesn't hold and we backtest as resistant, then I'll reevaluate and let you guys know. But you do need to know that you had that bearish harmonic here with a backtest. So bears do have a narrative, do have a reason to push for lower. You do have this Bollinger Band compression that you're apparently starting to have a breakdown and get a resolution from the compression to the downside. So you just have a lot of factors, and you also have Sol ETH looking really weak here with Bollinger Band compression. So I think we're about to see a big move here. It's gonna catch a lot of people off guard. I'm hoping it's gonna be to the upside. But for the technicals and how everything's trading, doesn't seem like it. So stay safe. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Remember to like, leave me a comment, subscribe, let your friends know and your other trader friends what I'm doing here. And I appreciate your support. I'll see you guys on the next time.